Another example that stood out to me was a conflict between Mark Zuckerberg and Eduardo Saverin over the ownership of Facebook. Their friendship fell apart because of disagreements and poor communication about the future of the company. It also involved changes in ownership that led to lawsuits. Watching that situation made me realize how important communication and trust is when you are working with other people. This will influence my behavior because no matter what career I have, I want to communicate clearly, treat people fairly, and make sure agreements are understood from the very, very beginning. Especially in aviation, teamwork, communication, and trust are very essential things because it does involve your life. The movie really showed me that success means very little if you lose the people who helped get you there, and it really shows the loneliness and all the triumphs, and you felt like it was for nothing because you did lose those people. Moving on to 5, what was the most shocking thing that you learned by watching the documentary, and explain why? The most shocking thing to me was how quickly Facebook grew from a college project into one of the most successful companies in the world, while so many lawsuits and personal conflicts were happening behind the scenes. I was really surprised that a business could become so successful while the people involved were fighting over ownership, and a lot of credit for this idea. The movie showed me that success does not automatically solve your issues or your problems. It also taught me that creating a great idea is also part of building a successful business. It involves relationships, communications, a lot of decisions, and leadership, and it's just so important. That was something I had never really thought about before watching the film, and I also wanted to add on there, it just shows how successful you can be if you just start your idea and if you keep working at it, because Mark Zuckerberg was able to create such a big worldwide known billion-dollar company out of his dorm room in college, and that was really crazy thing for me to understand. Moving on to 6, how does that documentary relate to an economic topic that we have discussed in class? The social network relates to several economic concepts, I believe, especially entrepreneurship, competition, innovation, incentives, contracts, network effects, etc. Mark Zuckerberg recognized an opportunity to create something people really wanted, which demonstrates entrepreneurship and creativity, most importantly. As more people joined Facebook, the website became more valuable because users could connect with more friends. This is an example of a network effect where each new user increases the value of production for everyone else. The film also demonstrates how ownership rights, contracts, and intellectual property play an important role in economics because they determine who benefits financially from an idea. And competition for business opportunities, attracting investors and making very strategic decisions all influenced Facebook's growth. Overall, the movie showed how innovation can create enormous economic value, but it also demonstrated that ethical leadership, strong relationships, and, like I said previously, trust are just as important for long-term success. So this was my submission, and let me know if you need any more information and how you thought about this submission and what you liked. Thank you.